Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel Data Drivers. In today's video we are going to talk about data blending. So in my last video we had discussed about the relationships in Tableau and joins in Tableau, and similar to relationships and joins we have another concept in Tableau which is called data blending. So data blending is the process of combining data from different or multiple data sources to get a desired output. So let's say if you have one data source in Excel, another data source in your PDF file or in your Access database or in Oracle, SQL, any other, and you want to combine those particular two data sets to get your desired output, in that scenario you can use data blending option. So coming back to my R scenario, we have two different data sources. So for this particular video, I have created another data source with the name of Fix Store. I'll share the link with you. Then our sample superstore is already there. So I'll show you what I've done is I've just connected my workbook to sample superstore. Then I clicked on new data source again and added my another data source. Now, or let me do it from this fresh file. Just give me a minute. I'll just close it again. I will just remove the data source from here. I will just close just okay. I'll go to the data source, Microsoft Excel. So this can take place on the same data source as well. Like this superstore is one data source and FlipStore is another data source. So we are blending both the data sources to get a desired output. So basically, I'll let me connect it to the sample superstore. Just one superstore, where it is. I connect the sample superstore here. So this is getting open. I'll drag and drop my order table. It is getting loaded. थोड़ा सा slow चल रहा है आज. Okay. So now order is loaded. Now I'll go to the sheet here and add another data source that is also an Excel file, and that is with the name of Tricks. So here it is. Okay, so this is also getting loaded. Now if I show you both the data sources in Excel, so I'll show you how it looks. What it is. Wait, just a minute, I think I've done something wrong. Okay, now here. Okay, now this is okay. So this is your sample superstore. You have row ID, order relationship rate, etc., etc. Region also, and this is your next store. It's a small data source where you have the order ID, territory, region, sales. Now here is the point. Territory has been renamed with region and region has been renamed with sales. So territory has been renamed like East, West, these all are renamed as territory, and APJ, EMEA, US, these all are renamed as region. So for instance, let's say instead of territory, I'll rename it as region here. I want to show you one thing, how Tableau picks up the data blending fields automatically. So I'll just quickly save the file here. I'll go to the Tableau workbook here. I'll refresh. So you will see the territory will be renamed to region and region will be renamed to region 1. So I'm sure I want to modify changes. Okay, this still unknown column territory. Yeah, that's not looking good. So let me close this and add it again. That's not an issue. Don't take that much of time as well. So yeah, I'll drag the sheet one again. Now if you see, this East West has been renamed as region. This has been renamed as region 1. Now start with your data blending option. So I'll select our data source first. I'll go to the edit blend relationship. Now what happens is by default Tableau will automatically pick up the common field from both the tables and gives you that on the basis of these fields you can apply your blending. Okay, so blend relationships determine how data from secondary data source are joined with primary data source. Okay, so the the field which you are linking, the first data source is your primary one and the second one is your secondary data source. So here your primary data source is Superstore, secondary is Fricks. So Tableau has automatically picked up these two common fields, that is order ID and region, from your data source. So now if I say OK, so if you go to select if I select region here and if I select the sales, okay, so it will give me the sales for all the four regions: east, west, south, central. These are the regions. If you see here, these are the regions you will get. East, west, south, central. So these are the four regions. Now instead of this, if I pick up let's say currently the sales is 229720, instead of this, if I pick up the region from here, so you will see a difference in sales. Let's say, okay, now you see central sales. This is the sales for central. Now south is for region south we have in Superstore, but we don't have region south in our Fricks data source. That is the region it is showing us null. And west. So basically, if you if you want to know the sales for if you want to know the sales in Fricks store data set for all the regions, then I'll quickly remove the region field from there, and this is the sales. Now this particular linkage sign, this means the field is linked, when this cross comes, it means the field is not linked, and when this comes, it means the field is linked. And this orange tick is for the secondary data source, this blue tick is for the primary data source. Okay, so another one is we can try with your order ID as well. So instead of region, I'll pick or let me do it in let me do it in this sheet only. I'll just use order ID and sales. So order ID we don't have here. See, order ID field we do have, but here order ID is in different format, AW, and here order ID is in different format. So that is the reason it is displaying as null here. Coming back to, so that is the reason the sales is coming as null. So this is how Tableau picks up your field automatically. Now instead of this, if I want to define my own field, okay, so let's say I'll rename this as territory again. I will save this workbook and I'll refresh it once again. I doubt it will work. This is the Tableau workbook, might be some limitation. So I think I need to close this. Okay, territory is coming back. Now, if you go to your data source again, so just Okay, if you go to your data source, then edit blend relationship, then sample superstore is your primary data source, Tricks is the secondary. Now, instead of picking up the automatic fields which Tableau suggests us, I want to pick up my own predefined fields. So this from here I can add the fields. So let's say from superstore region, this will be linked to this territory. And order ID I can remove because I have different values in both the order IDs, so that is not feasible for me. So I'll select the this particular custom field, and yep, here it goes. So now I have the territory with us, and I have the sales with us, I have the region with us. So this is almost same scenario, but just a common simple concept that how Tableau picks up the field automatically, or how you can pick up the territory information automatically. So guys, this is it from today's video. I hope you like the video, and also don't forget to check out the interview questions which generally people ask on data blending concept. I'll pin down in the comment section, and if you have any questions you can write down to me. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.